About
fancy ass Burger King. Are you serious?
Wait, is that a McDonald's bag? No, it's a fucking
Burger
Skittles
King
bag.
Oh, that's an M&M's bag.
It's an M&M's bag. Skittles.
You call it
M&Ms.
Skittles?
You see the
Yeah,
female?
they're Skittles.
You see the
dumbass.
female with the curves?
No, I don't.
And how they were pissed because they moved the female with the curves.
That is a nice Burger King. I see that in the back now, actually. Holy shit. That is a really nice Burger King. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another reaction. We're here once again with the whitest man I know, Tim. Sadly, because I'm broke, I'm drinking the Canadian Crest Disgusting Death Whiskey. And fuck your people, Tim, for making this. Also,
I'm drinking Mexican Coca-Cola, for those of you
with
following
cocaine in
at
it.
home.
With cocaine in it.
Sure.
And here's the thing that also I hate about your country is your country, Canada, right, is associated with the Queen. And the Queen is associated with a lot of terrible things, but CeeChyna is not one of them, right? CeeChyna is a rapper, a female rapper that is going to really blow our socks off today, I think. So let's go ahead and let's just are you ready? Ooh. Yep. All right. 3, 2, 1, play. She's been blowing up on TikTok lately.
Will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes.
Okay, purge audio.
What?
Yeah, purge audio. Great start.
A nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Oi, mate! All you do is chew on your block, smoke weed. I'm about ops that you don't even have. These bitch boys come too sneaky, lying on a bitch that they can't
Wait,
even
why
have.
is she
I
British
suck my
wearing
pussy,
an
the fuck is you
American
taking?
flag
You dick out your pants.
top?
Suck it, suck like bitch.
Okay, I want to pause. We're at 24 seconds, Tim. So already off top.
Well, I said, why is she British but has an American flag top?
She's clearly very confused about her identity, but that's besides the point, right? I think that the bigger thing is how are we feeling so far on that intro with the medical thing, and then she's her accent. How are we feeling? Like compared to Sexy Red, right? How is this already an up or down in comparison?
I mean, it's down because it's in the UK.
Yeah,
Fair enough. Okay, 3.
It's like the one place worse than Florida.
That is fair, and they were in Miami in that other one, so I think I understand what you're saying.
We figured that out halfway through, yeah.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, play.
That wasn't a part of the fucking plan. Broke boys say I'm a hoe and it don't make sense because I'm way too bougie. Talking of my name that you fucked, but none of you
No,
rats
you
ain't
can
ever
still
been
be a
through
hoe.
me. Bottom of the barrel scraps, that's what I call them, cause they're all dirty. And these niggas keep dying for breasts, that's how I got the name China's Milkies. I never fucked with these hood rats, every man I link is a wealthy aura. The man them are getting scammed, they think I can heal their childhood trauma. China, why did you scam me? Cause I only wanted your money. Send a nigga back in the cab, you don't get pussy, you must be funny.
Okay, pause. Alright, we're at 55 seconds, right? Now, here's what I like, right? I like that she's talking her shit, alright? She's sitting there saying, fuck you, I'm gonna run men down for all the money they have. Now, rappers typically talk about how much pussy they're gonna get, right? So, I respect it. I respect it. Taking it, flipping it on its head, and saying, no, I'm gonna rap about these suckers.
Oh, the
that I'm
Pope's
taking money from.
exorcist.
Well, I do also have to respect that bar in there about like I'm not here to heal your childhood trauma.
No, I respect that.
Yeah, like, all right, that's all right. Like,
yeah, you're talking your shit.
I think like lyrically, I think it was a bit clunky, but
It
like
was.
the point got across, and it's like,
Yeah.
nah, I know people who are like that.
Yeah, the flow wasn't
Good
great,
part.
but I get it. See, that's what I want from women. Tell me about your issues. Don't just talk about your pussy all the time.
One thing I will say while I'm thinking about it is you
Sure.
can always tell when it's very like amateurish, like mixing and like especially music video, where it's like the only sound you hear is like extremely isolated vocals, and it's like the higher production quality ones. You'd be able to have at least some sort of like outdoor, like city and street kind of ambiance, just so it like fills out the background of it.
Also, one big thing that you'll notice is a lot of the people that do kind of what you're talking about, these isolated vocals, right, is that they will have high compression on their vocals in order to make it sit on the beat in an unnatural way, rather than kind of fine-tuning the treble and bass so that way it sits in the beat properly. And you can you can always tell a real cheap mix versus an expensive mix. By that, and you're right, when you have it so where it like sits in the beat easier, you can bring in something like I used to bring in like a raindrops in the background.
Yeah.
Or like you can bring in like city sounds and shit, and it works. But yeah, obviously I don't diss anybody for not having the money to get a high quality mix, but I respect what you're saying, and I'm surprised you noticed that. Let's go ahead and jump back in. We're at 55 seconds. And we'll go 3, 2, 1, play.
Things to say, now they wanna talk about my future kids. I did what I did for the money. If you don't like it, then it is what it is. My
It is what it is.
The pics and I promise you niggas, I don't give a shit. And my sons will never complain, cause they know their mum didn't raise no bitch. Everyone calling me
Nice. Let's go.
Them niggas, I fucking love it. I made so much last week just to act like a fop. Tell me what you know about profit. I never had to fuck for the bag. So cool, now just stop it. And I made 12 racks on camera to sit on the bed and just do nothing. They all wanna lie on dicks. I swear these men wanna lick my ass. Didn't wanna know back then. Now they all beg me to give them a chance. I got money to play with these niggas, and I'll make that shit times 10. Who would have thought last year that I'd make so much to degrade these men? I got 10 men on my line trying to fuck me, and your daddy's a big spender. I'm taking advantage of them, these dumb little niggas ain't got composure.
Oh wait,
When
fuck.
I turn
I
19
can
this
pause
year,
it.
should listen away.
Okay. We're at 144. Wouldn't let me pause for a second. But that's the part that went viral on TikTok. Is I got 10 men on my line trying to fuck me, and your dad is the biggest spender. And I find it to be fucking hilarious because a lot of the times too, you'll see she'll like have guys jump into her shots, and it's very clear that like if any of them knew what the music said, they would not try to jump into the camera shot. It's really funny because she'll go on TikTok a lot and she'll take videos where guys will try to come up and put their arm around her and shit, and then they hear what the music is and they run the other direction. It's extremely fucking funny. And that's one of the reasons why I kind of respect it, because it's a little bit of troll music. But the problem is like her vocals don't work with the hard type of rap that she's trying to do. And her flow is kind of generic. I think with a better mix, kind of like what you were mentioning, it might sound a lot better. But I think that like lyrically, if she wants to continue with this like fucking with dudes type thing, I don't mind it. But just do it in a bit more of a unique or better way, I would say. And the lyric video, the videos cringe a little bit, but go ahead.
Yeah, the one that comes to mind is when Belle Delphine came out with that rap track.
Yeah.
Right, and it was like, it was absolutely in on its own joke.
What about Riley
feel like
Reid's
it.
rap track?
We don't talk about that one.
The one where she repeats the N-word a bunch? Okay, yeah. Anyway, we're all on the same page. But yeah, so you think that like the problem is the music videos for a lot of these aren't how campy and stupid they are?
Well, I mean, okay, so I think way back we did a reaction to the Belle Delphine one.
Yeah.
Whether that got posted or if it's still up anywhere, that's I don't know. But I remember thinking like, okay, so there's some like actual production quality behind this. And I said this in the last one we reacted to. She's just out in the city and they just ogle a camera at her for like 10 minutes at each location and have her go through the whole song with like a speaker off frame. And it's just like usually a music video, to make a music video, there has to be something that it adds to the song. Like then you get like the visual to get even more of the lyrics across. This is just like the bare minimum.
Okay.
Like,
no, that's fair. Yeah, it is. No, it 100% is, and it's usually like here's the thing.
Yeah, like you had the Pope's exorcist behind her. She could have dressed up in a nun costume.
Well, I don't think that was necessary. I think that was a non-intentional shout out, if I'm going to be honest on that one. But,
sure, but you can play into it.
I wouldn't have done that with Pope's Exorcist. Maybe another thing though, you could have played into it for sure. Like, you could have gotten. She could have got something.
Great film. It's 5 out of 5.
It is not a great film, and we all know it's a terrible film. That's besides the point. No, I think here's the thing too, though. Is that with somebody like this, I kind of give them a little more leeway because CeeChyna is somebody that like just started getting a little buzz on TikTok and nobody's really heard of. Sexy Red though is like now one of the biggest artists in the country, and that song had already well popped off. And so for this type of rap video, I kind of am okay with it more. But with Sexy Red, I'm like, no, you have the money. You should put
knowing that. But I mean, like the Sexy Red video, like the production quality wasn't for really like the equipment or even like the video itself. It was just that all these people showed up for the clout of being in the video.
No, dude, that's
what
most
pay more people to be there. That's all.
That's what most
these are the same video.
No, it definitely is. In most New York videos, that's what it is too, because the culture of New York is like, oh, I'm gonna get in. Like, if there's a camera out, I'm just gonna get into the camera. That's why you'll see that a lot of the times, especially in like their squares and shit like that. Like, yeah, there will be a bunch of people like just trying to get into shots and shit. And yeah, New York, literally all of the fucking rappers use that to their advantage to be like, oh yeah, look at all these hood dudes around me. But yeah, she could have paid some backup people, etc. Let's go ahead and let's jump further into it. 3,
Oh boy.
2, 1, go.
They were dying for Nyash. They were laughing at legal, baby, but most of them using my titties to bash. All you do is chew on your block, smoke weed.
Okay.
I'm about ops that you don't even have. These bitch boys come
That's
to you
true.
neatly, lying on a bitch that they can't even have.
They do sit on their block, smoke weed, and talk about ops they don't have.
Bitch, that wasn't part of the fucking plan. White boys say I'm a hoe and it don't make sense because I'm way too bougie. Talking on my name that you fucked, but
That
none
lyric
of you
doesn't
rats
make any
ain't ever been
sense.
through me. Bottom of the
listen.
barrel scraps, that's what I call them, cause they're all dirty. And these niggas keep dying for breath, that's how I got the name China's Milkies. When they said OJ Nicki, I thought they were talking about Nicki Minaj. I typed your name on Google, the only thing that came up was Nicki Minaj. I get
What the
paid
fuck
to
is
rap on the
happening?
things that this dumb little bitch
What?
is doing for cheap. What can a bitch let
What
six
is
men
happening
get
right now?
run on her pussy and does it for free? They said I should keep my cool. But
Why
I
does it
watched
say
how all
this
of you
video
drag
came
me.
out 12
I'm
years
watching
ago?
fathers' wallets, who'd have
I
paid these
don't
niggas all
know.
dusty. Walking around with coppers, they should be worried about feeding their family. And they're calling me out of my name to tell me what the fuck am I keeping it classy.
Seizure warning. Everybody, seizure warning. Okay, terrible mix. What the fuck is this guy doing? British Steve Martin.
What?
British
Bob
Steve Martin.
Odenkirk?
Very old Bob Odenkirk. Okay, go ahead.
Why did that happen at the end?
Listen,
But
before we get there, let's just say, she had a line in there about, I asked you to give me head. Why are you taking your dick out of your pants? That wasn't a part of the plan. And I find that to be fucking hilarious. Besides
there's
Uh-huh.
like two. There's that one good little bit there, and then there's the concept of the just finding a lady to help out their childhood trauma. Like everything else is just so like generic, and it kind of feels like it's the embodiment of that meme that people use where it's like the nobody, absolutely nobody, and then this person just like yelling stuff as if people are actually like like I don't think anybody actually has beef with her. She's just like manufacturing that.
No, she doesn't. No, it's funny because she has the line that's actually kind of good about like, oh, all of you are like fake motherfuckers who sit on your block, smoke weed, and don't do anything else and talk about ops you don't have. But she is also talking about ops that she doesn't have. So it's really ironic that she was going for it. Also, though, I find there's something to be funny that like because it's the UK and because of how different the culture is, everybody is like, and I know it's like colder over there, so everybody's like dressed up in like full outfits. And jackets and everything, and then this bitch is in the middle feeling herself in basically a bathing suit. That's kind of funny. Outside of that, I think that like there's some
The old Asian ladies rocking up and filming her too.
Yeah, dude, or like the old white guy at the end there that's apparently Bob Odenkirk in 20 years.
I don't even know what he said. Like I even like ran back the video here with like subtitles on. They didn't caption whatever he said.
Here's the funny thing too. It had perfect subtitles that got almost all the shit right up until about a minute 20, and then the subtitles just died.
They just dipped.
They were like, "Yo, we can't do this anymore. We have no idea what's being said." What do you think, Jace?
It was something.
You know what? This is why our reaction was the best, because of that great commentary right there. Really top tier. It is something. I will give it a. I'll give it a 1.5. All right. It has a little bit above a 1 because it's got a couple things that I find redeemable, but otherwise I think it needs a better mix. I think she needs to play with her vocals a little bit more in order to figure out exactly what fits her type of vocals the best, and get a better videographer. That'd be like my main thing.
Yeah, it's pretty basic.
It's super bland. But she's popping on TikTok right now. Like she just
she changed up her vocals at the end with the high pitch.
Yeah,
I don't know if you need to do anything super high of quality to pop off on TikTok. You know, I feel like things just kind of get grabbed onto regardless of quality.
No, you literally don't need quality. You just need to have something moderately relatable. If it's even moderately relatable, it'll pop.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us during this React to CeeChyna. This has been a good time with Tim, Jason, and myself. And we'll see you all the next time.
I spaced out of my head to the depths of the universe. It's a spell or a chance just to open up a newer curve.